Bro, what the fuck? Whoa!
Yeah. Babe. Yeah. Hey. I just wanna touch the tide. Baby said that she in love and she don't love a lie. I've been chillin' with all the birds, I've been above the spot. Shawty said that things change, well it does a lot. Hey, watching out the payment, man, the suds is high. Yeah, lost inside the heart, but it's emerging right. I've been out the way and I'm good. I can find my home. Everything I said it was is not. Yeah, Jamaica, how you layin'? Yeah, you ain't say none, what you saying, baby? I lost you, but who's paying? Don't know why you hit my phone, why you playing? Yeah, I can't handle love without the trusting. Yeah, I can see the top, I wanna touch it. Yeah, yeah, we been getting money, no discussion. I don't let it top of shorty, always get the fussing. Yeah, hey, I like the cruise on it. Say she like the way I sound and how I groove on them. I been steady dodging bullets, how I move on them. But he talking out his neck and not a crew on them. Yeah, and I'm sliding. Shawty like the vibe, don't want the ride to end. Yeah, right. To the nice end, yeah. To the nice end. I can always keep the cool, I'm never fighting. Man, I love was all the cake without the icing. Now I found new love, different pricing. And it won't cost my soul, no devices. Yeah, I ain't got a plan for it, I'm the man for it. Something Brody couldn't stand for, it's very important. I've been off the edge, I've been feeling the wind blowing. I can lose my head and my heart, but they been gone. I just hit the edge of stairs when it's dead time. I just lost promises, I regret mine. I just gained a lot of love on the west side. I'm the GOAT, but I will never be the best guy. You might take me out of business like I'm Best Buy. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Yeah. Talk about the go to maybe soon, I know that's right. Thinking about the future, looking good and it's the best side. I remember.
What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, people? Welcome back to Ride the Tide Sports Podcast, season number 3, episode number 24. We are back on a Tuesday. That's right, because like I told you, the schedule's now Tuesday, Thursday. And I'm not here alone. I'm here with the boys, Tyco, Snoop Luke. They're here. They're ready to talk about everything in the sports world and then some. How we doing, boys?
Hey, I'll talk about whatever the fuck you want to talk about, Dylan. I'm doing good.
Not doing too bad.
Been a minute for Mason. It's good to be back. Good setup behind me with the jersey collection growing day by day. I have a slight problem, but we're gonna use it to the best of my advantage. And
Slight.
Yeah, it's slight, but it's growing increasingly worse by the month. So we're gonna, I don't know, check back in with me in like a month. Ask me how that's going.
When you don't have any room left?
I don't have any money left. Anyways.
It's making it very damn hard for fucking Christmas shopping. Because this man is just getting every autograph sports. I don't even want to give him a sports jersey anymore because I feel like if I get him a regular sports jersey, he's going to be like, oh, looking for a fucking autograph on it.
Well, I mean, it's not like I can wear any of the ones behind me. Or, I mean, I could, but I wouldn't. So.
That's true. I need to get you something you can wear.
Yeah, wait till the Lions are good. Then I'll get the Lions jersey. But until then, we're not going to invest in that. But let's dive into it, eh?
We got a lot to hop into, so we should just full throttle right in.
Yeah, no, let's full throttle right in. Let's get into football first. Start with college, then we'll get into the NFL.
I think it won't be like too big of a blowout.
Barkley down the sideline. Saquon Barkley.
You don't fuck with Aaron.
Some teams, it doesn't matter. I think it's going to be a very mucky dub. And it's going to get ugly.
They had the chance to lose themselves a game, probably.
Diggs! Sideline! Touchdown! Unbelievable!
All right, so let's get into it. Starting off with college football, then we'll talk about the NFL. First thing I want to note is the AP Top 25 that was released, I believe it was 2 days ago. But the new AP polls are as followed. At number 1, we have Georgia at 9-0. 2, Ohio State, 9-0. 3, Michigan, 9-0. 4, TCU, 9-0, staying undefeated. Number 5, we have Tennessee. 6, Oregon. 7, LSU. 8, USC. 9, UCLA. Is there something that you haven't heard yet? Oh, that's right. Alabama's number 10.
Beautiful.
Yeah, I'll just give you the top 10. Honorable mentions here: Clemson at 11 Clemson at 12, Mississippi at 11. Clemson lost to Notre Dame, so see you later.
Tonight is going to be a perfect opportunity that shows how much the committee sucks off the top teams. Because watch where these numbers are right now for the AP coaches, right? 7 o'clock Tuesday tonight. That's where the college ranking is going to come out, and that's where the committee is going to put their rankings. I guarantee their top 10 is not the top 10 you just named, and Twitter is going to lose their fucking mind, and I will be part of the crowd. That's what
totally
I think.
Okay. The playoffs sort themselves out, so I don't really worry about the playoff bracket stuff until the end of the season, when Michigan's playing Ohio State. Then it matters because that stuff sorts itself out as you saw last week with the crazy college football games that we'll talk about. But it sorts itself out, so I'm not worried. But Michigan, as long as you don't lose, you're gonna hold a top 4 spot until you lose. But with that being said, I do want to talk a little bit about the Michigan game and a little bit about Michigan this season. Again, Michigan struggles in the first half. They, again, figure it out in the second half, but I think that this is going to be a problem if this is not solved by the time you guys play Ohio State. I think this is going to be a problem. Do you think this will be a problem? Because I don't think that – I just don't think you guys can let this happen against a good team.
But it's not like we're playing bad defense there. It's just our offense ain't really performing. If our defense can still stand strong like they've been doing, then it's not as big of a deal, but they still got to figure it out, though, because it's always better to play a full game of football than half.
You know what's weird?
100%.
It's
who you're playing, too. Ohio's, you're playing, not great teams because the Big Ten is garbage this year. And you're not, up by 21 in the first half like you were against teams like UConn and Hawaii that are, granted, they're dog shit.
Yeah, they should be up by that points against those teams.
But losing to Maryland at half.
No, I'm actually with Luke on this point because Ohio State, when it comes to defenses that aren't even good, are just competitive.
No, it's about blitzing.
Bad first half. Especially a great example was last week in Northwestern. They go in, and Northwestern, they have a defense that I would say is competitive, to say the least. And all they did was perform at a high atmosphere and send a lot of blitzes. And Ohio State stumbled and fumbled and was only able to get a couple of touchdowns in the second half and pull out a 21-7 victory that should not have been what it was. So if Michigan does continue to show the good defense that they've been showing, I think that's going to be able to bail them out. But that also makes me think that game's going to be very low scoring. So I think I actually agree with Luke on this one. It's fucking weird.
I agree that their defense definitely steps up when the offense.
I hate how much I like
is
Michigan
not doing
this
good.
year. They're fucking good.
They're good. They are good. But the question is, are they Georgia good?
Yeah, let's talk about
because that's how good you're gonna have to be. That's how good you need to be. Georgia makes everybody call them daddy.
Bro, I told you, when it comes to big games this year, they had to show up twice this year. Oregon and Tennessee. This game was over at halftime.
Literally.
The only people that said that they were coming back
so sad.
were the fans that were Tennessee fans and were the hopefuls that wanted their money. That's the only people that were rooting for it. But the people that were
I was both of those people. That makes me feel bad.
It was the same people in the college football playoffs last year, that wanted the big money and they wanted the story of Cincinnati and Michigan. But God damn it, in college football, a lot of fairy tales don't happen, and you get a lot of the top teams that come out on top. Bama showed that they're still number one in college football, and number 1 to win the title as of right now.
You just said
I
Bama.
got it.
You are clearly living in the past.
Jesus Christ, I did. Well,
Georgia.
you know what? Actually, that explains.
All
because
right,
it's been
look,
happening for the
Dylan, I
past,
get it. Hey, I get it.
7
I get
years.
it. All right, hey, shut up for 2 seconds. Fuck.
You've been talking more than me this pod.
That's impossible.
No, actually, this pod you actually have.
That's impossible. Give it 5 minutes. You'll have 3 paragraphs on me.
I will.
But like I said, I was falling into both of those categories on this game. The one hopeful guy that wanted his money and the Tennessee fan. I was both of those. And ouch. So take that with a grain of salt. I will, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
So fuck you, Dylan.
I won. I had the -8.
That's fine. That's fine. No, I get that. Unofficially, but it's fine. It's fine. Unofficially.
All right, next game we got. Let's switch it over to, let's just skip over OSU because we kind of just talked about that. Notre Dame and Clemson. The big number 4, who I've been saying is a fraud for 3 weeks now, finally fucking proves the fraudiness that they have. As they
Dylan, it took a fraud to show the fraud.
Exactly.
At the beginning of the year, Notre Dame comes out, biggest fucking top 10 fraud that I think you've ever seen, especially for a Notre Dame team that was expected to be good. So who takes out the fraudulent Clemson team? The fraudulent Notre Dame team from the beginning of the season. It only makes perfect sense.
Luke?
Kind of does make sense. I don't really have much on this game.
Other than, yes, it makes perfect sense.
I mean,
fraudulence
the
can
only
only
thing I
find
have
fraudulence.
to say is Clemson is now probably out of the top 8 for the rest of the year, and you just love to see
Oh,
it
yeah. They had to
with
go
Bama.
undefeated.
With Bama, so that will just make you smile. And that
Well, they'll be out of the playoff.
Yeah.
Top 8 doesn't matter.
Makes me happy that they fell. But going on to the other team that fell, number 6 Alabama went into the Bayou
Things
and
people love
lost
to see.
32-31 in an overtime thriller against LSU. Bama's had 2 Game of the Year contenders, and they've lost both of them. And
Yeah.
you love to see it, but this game was also fantastic from LSU, back and forth. Jalen Daniels proving that he can be that guy. I'm hyped as fuck about this one.
Hey, Dylan, everyone's always hyped as fuck when Bama's
2 games.
okay. It's amazing. And Saban just signed a 10-year contract, and now the downfall of Alabama is intertwined with a $200 million contract for Nick Saban? Yeah. Okay.
I love it. They lost 2 games. Let's fucking go.
Yeah. Alabama.
Let's be real. They lost twice, but they've also had basically 2 more L's, beating Texas by a point and then barely skimming past Texas A&M.
If Texas had their starting quarterback when they played Alabama loses by 20.
They haven't played good ball, and it all goes back to the one thing.
That's even more wild part about the Texas game to me is that Texas didn't even have their starting quarterback against Alabama.
You know
why? That's what that
they
game
got
looked
no
like.
Secondary. It all goes back
Alabama's secondary is booty cheeks.
It's horrible. You know what that secondary is, Tyler? You're looking at Alabama's secondary right fucking behind you. Those jerseys right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. And they're just standing there and they're not moving. And if you need to get past, you can just fucking get on right by. That's what you're looking at right there. Because Bama's secondary is non-existent. And the only reason why they only have 2 losses is because Bryce Young's a fucking Heisman candidate and Jahmyr Gibbs is one of the best running backs in college football. That's all I have to say. I mean, does anyone disagree with any of that? I just want to say that.
No.
Okay.
No, you're good.
I got 2 more games here. TCU, Texas Tech. TCU continues to go 9-0. They win by 10. All I have to say is they're a top 5 team, and they have a top 5
Game of the week coming up.
Oh, yeah.
Game of the week coming up. Yeah.
That bitch should bang.
This next game, what is it, TCU, Texas, right?
Yes. And Texas, the next game I was going to get into, they just upset Kansas State. The number 24 seed just beat. So Kansas State, explain this to me, Tyler.
Okay.
They go out, they expose Oklahoma State, and they beat them 48-0. Okay.
Okay.
Then they get their starting quarterback. He goes out and gives 24 for 35, 330 yards and a couple touchdowns, over 50 rushing yards, and they lose that game 34-27. I'm so confused.
Bad defense.
It's got to be all the results down to.
How many turnovers?
I'm going to the box score.
No, like I'm sure the quarterback, clearly you didn't say interceptions. I didn't hear any, so maybe not him, but was there any fumbles?
There was one interception and one turnover total.
Wow. All right. I mean, hey, I guess he was stat padding. Not sure.
Yeah, so I saw 330, and I'm like, huh? But
those are good numbers for a loss.
All right, you know what, Tyler? We can talk about this game because we fucking won. Holy shit, we beat Illinois.
Hey, how about that? Yeah, how about that? You know what? You beat Illinois. Congratulations.
That's it. That's all I got to say.
That's it. Yep, that's literally it.
All right, next. Don't need to talk about Oklahoma State. They're fraudulent. Let's go Kansas. And that's, no one gives a fuck about NC State and Wake Forest. Bada bing, bada boom. That's the college football. That's why you don't do drugs, kids. Now we're on to NFL.
All right, yeah. Hey, let's take a look. All right, so last 3 weeks, not trying to boost, but me and Dylan, officially, with the picks we've handed you guys together the last 3 weeks, 22-9.
Fuck with us.
I'll take over 500 every week and totaling to 22-9 the last 3 weeks. So let's just say we kind of knew what we were talking about in some of these games. This week actually was the worst week out of the last 3, but again, still went over 500.
If you're staying over 500, that's a very hard thing to do in gambling. We're not here to tell you that we're professionals and we are like, some fucking wizards. We're just like all of you, and we're just trying to let you know that sometimes in the sports world, you can get on hot streaks, and when you're on them, just continue to ride them, and maybe, just maybe, we can help you get a little bit of fucking money. That's all we're here to do.
That's all we're trying to do. How about you, Luke? Got that cheeky four-legger that you posted on the Sharps betting app.
Yes, I did.
Hit with the money line, the Ravens.
I actually had
Let's talk about that game.
I had 2 cheeky parlays. And I'm going to talk about the first one to start with because we had Seattle, we had New England, we had the Chiefs, we had the Dolphins. And then to close up the first parlay of the day, we had Bills Mafia money line. Minus 600. Minus 600. The biggest favorite on the leg by a goddamn long shot. Actually, not really, because the Chiefs are kind of up there with their money line.
Yeah, what was that? Minus 720?
650. I don't give a fuck. If you're a minus 600 favorite, you don't lose. You're literally a parlay booster. I'm not even supposed to be worried about you. And here you had me worried sick. So sick, I had to throw a second lay. Because before the Seattle's game was over, I threw Seattle to win that bitch. I threw the Ravens. I threw the Bucks. Then I threw the Kansas City Chiefs. And let me tell you, I was sweating through half that fucking lay. God damn. Brady decided I turned off the game. Like, I was watching it because I'm pretty sure I left your house at toward 2 minutes left or something.
Yeah.
I was in my car watching on my phone. They turned the ball over with under a minute or almost a minute left to go. I'm like, fuck this. Turned off the phone, drove home. I look at a notification. I see a tweet saying Bucks minus 165 or something. I'm like, there is no way that they just took the fucking lead. I load up the app. The Bucks are winning somehow. I don't know how they did it. I had to go look at replays. Fuck. Miracles are made of miracles, man. I don't know what to say.
And then you sweat out that Kansas City game.
Yeah.
That was a sweaty one, Dylan.
That was way too damn sweaty.
What do you want? What do you got me to say about the Kansas City game?
What do you think about that one?
I mean,
Uh,
here's how. Okay. You want me to be honest? I'll tell you how.
yeah, I don't want you to lie to me.
Because you all saw what I put in the group chat after the game, right?
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
Actually, Dylan, that's how I figured out that Kansas or that the Chiefs came
I'm
back
gonna
and
go
tied
read
the
it right
fucking
now.
game or like won. Because I was pissed off because the Chiefs did the same shit that the Bucks did. Where I was like, God damn it. And now they're losing by a bit. And now I don't trust the Chiefs right now. So I was like, fuck it. I'm not watching football.
I'm going.
And then I saw Dylan's text.
I'm going to tell people what I texted in the group chat, and then this is how
Please
I
do.
feel about the game.
I'm sorry, Dylan.
I said, bro, we should have won that game. I was screaming, someone get open the entire fucking game. I was screaming at every play, every drive from the second quarter to overtime. Holy fuck. I texted back, holy fuck. We could have beaten these fucks. God damn it.
That's why you don't do drugs, kids.
And let me just say, going into the first half, I was like, wait a minute, man. We can beat these guys. There's no reason we should be able to beat these guys. Then we're up 19-7. Okay, wait a minute now. I don't give a fuck that no wide receiver has a fucking pass caught. I think that we can still turn this around. Oh, no. It's 19-12 and Patrick Mahomes is doing crazy shit. Oh, no. It's 19-19 and things are starting to fall apart. We get into overtime and then they score first because the Chiefs always get the ball up first in fucking overtime because they just rigged the NFL. And then, the Titans get the ball and no one's open all game. And then AJ Brown's on Twitter fucking talking shit and we could have won and we didn't and we should have. And bro,
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
There's one positive, and that is that our defense looks very good this year.
I just want you to know, Dylan.
You need to put that in a briefcase and walk up out of here.
I just want you to know that as soon as I read the text, bro, we should have won the game. I started hooting and hollering because I knew my bet or my parlay cashed.
Sometimes you need that, eh?
Oh, dude, I'm not gonna lie. I need
hate.
to get that out. I'll tighten up.
Rawr. I'm not gonna lie. You sounded like hold up. No, hold up. You sounded like Russell Wilson.
Cool. But anyway, let's hop on. Actually, I got something.
He's trying to fly by the fact that you just sounded like Russell Wilson.
Broncos country, let's ride.
Hey man, I don't know how to end it. I have something for the people, okay? Arthur Smith is 7-1 against the goddamn. He's 8-1 now against the goddamn spread.
Yeah, shout out Arthur Smith for winning the people the most money.
The Arthur Smith T-shirt is being bought. I will purchase
Arthur Smith football coach Hope T-shirt.
It will be purchased. He is 8-1 against the spread. When it comes to me and Tyler and making some goddamn money, he has been cashing all year long for us. He's in. He's reeled me in, and he's got me hooked. So 20-17. This man continues to cash in. You love to see it. Arthur Smith. Just
Luke, have you ever fucking purchased anything with a coach on it?
No.
It's right.
I don't think that I've ever seen you purchase something specifically for a coach. And it's kind of weirding me out right now.
When you go 8-1 against the spread,
I don't know. I will say if a
dude, you don't even actually gamble though. Like, why did he hook you? Just because he's making you correct?
Week I've rode Atlanta.
Like, you're correct, but you're not making
Atlanta
any money.
Every week, and this
I just don't get the obsession.
Dude, this man's gonna hit the sports book when he can, and then it's just gonna start tanking.
Oh, when Dylan turns 21, I'm fading all his bets because he's gonna be right every year up until he's allowed.
Y'all never want to do anything fun on this podcast. Every time we make a bet, y'all don't honor it. Where's my $20, Ty? Every time I want to buy a T-shirt to make something fun, y'all disapprove. Come on now.
Look, you can do whatever you want. That's wild. I thought you'd get a Dan Campbell fucking T-shirt
Dan
before you
Campbell
got that.
No, Dan Campbell ain't been.
With all these goddamn
Yes,
quotes
right.
Dan Campbell has, those are fucking pretty funny T-shirts.
All right,
I know you've seen
I will say, I was looking on Barstool today, and I almost got a sweatshirt for you for Christmas. But
Was
then
it
I
a
didn't.
Dan Campbell quote?
It was a Dan Campbell quote.
Yeah, see?
So I understand. But
Solid merchandise comes from Dan Campbell's mouth.
hey, let's talk about this fucking Bears-Dolphins game. What? Why was
Yeah, let's talk about Justin fucking
was this game
Fields
so
for a
good?
second. Justin Fields is that fucking quarterback the last 3 to 4 weeks, especially if you have him in fantasy. Congratulations to you. What the fuck? Like, are the Bears decent, or is Justin Fields carrying? Because I feel like Justin Fields is kind of carrying a little bit just
That
by
was
being
prime
good at
Ohio
quarterback. Because
State Justin Fields right there, baby.
yeah, he looked like Justin Fields.
And
from
I
Ohio State.
actually can't believe I'm saying this and never caught it until I went on Twitter. Bears got fucked. Chase Claypool, pass interference all day, all night on the final play of the game. And I am not one to side with Bears fans, but y'all got hoed. And y'all should have had a field goal opportunity from the 20 at the end of the game. And that's a big L. But considering how good you guys played, y'all can't even be mad.
Yeah, but you know who is going to be mad?
You got hoed.
Those same Bears fans next week when they lose to the Lions at home. Oh, it's going to suck.
Well, they should have taken the advice. Like, you just got to get off the tracks when the Tua train's coming through. Choo choo.
Dylan, honestly, seriously, like at any time, you just let me know whenever you're ready.
Tyler jumped off the train and now he's back on. I don't understand. Tyler was.
I support him. I don't think Miami's winning. I said.
On the train.
All right, I don't have to argue over him. I can mute him. I said Miami's not winning the fucking Super Bowl. I didn't think they're winning their division. That does not mean I don't support Tua Tagovailoa. I thought he wasn't going to come back, but he did. And you know what? He changes the game for me. Not the Dolphins, Tua. It doesn't say Miami Dolphins apology form. It says Tua Tagovailoa apology form. And I'm going to patiently sit here and wait for you to fill it out one day. I'll keep it here until you want to fill it out. It's going to happen.
Never get me to fill it out.
Oh, you're going to fill it out.
Absolutely.
And I said Tua's coming back and taking the Dolphins to the bowl.
It's not. I just don't think this is the year, Luke. Next year.
This year.
Let's talk about the fact that let's jump right into the Bills game, because this conversation is going to lead right into that, because I think the Bills were who we said, or at least me and Dylan said, was going to win the Super Bowl this year, and we're the number one pick preseason to win the Super Bowl. But they're loaded. But Josh Allen in the game last week has a UCL injury to his right arm. I've not yet heard anything more on what this injury means, whether or not he will miss time at all or not. But right after the so-called injury to Josh Allen, he did throw a 70-yard pass through the air the next play. Not sure if that helped him or hurt him in this situation. But Josh Allen could potentially miss time. It's looking like he might not, but I don't know the severity of the injury.
Off, bro. You are going for a Super Bowl. You do not need to hurt this man anymore. Give him a week or two off if he needs the rest. Don't let him pressure that or hurt that arm anymore than he needs to. You're going to be making a deep run this year. Your next two games are teams that you should be able to beat that are meaningless. So, minus the Minnesota game. Sorry, that's not a meaningless game. But I would give him a week or two off. Don't damage that shit anymore. That's my opinion.
Ready for Tyler's bold theory of the year? Okay, here we go. Josh Allen plays next week. Hurts himself.
No.
To like a little bit more, right? Then he's actually out for like 2 to 4 weeks. Okay. So then the Bills go the next week and their backup quarterback shows up, shows out, and everyone's like, oh my God,
Case Keenum,
they're going to be fine. They're going to be fine. It's Case Keenum. We're fine. Right. Then they come to Detroit on Thanksgiving. Everyone's like, ugh, the Lions are going to get fucking killed by the Bills. Boom. Lions fucking win on Thanksgiving. It's a goddamn miracle. They beat the Bills. Dan Campbell wins the city over because he beat the fucking Bills. And then they lose every game the rest of the year. That's my theory.
Okay.
Luke, you got anything?
Well,
Doesn't have to be about my theory. Disregard my theory.
well, Josh, I mean, this is really risky. They really should sit him so they don't throw their playoff hopes down the drain, and so he doesn't play the next game and potentially gets hurt for the season. And it would be very unwise for them to play him. I don't know. If I was the Bills, I wouldn't play him, but I mean, they could afford to lose a game or two, right?
That's what I'm saying. They're not in a win
guess
now.
so.
They're not in a win now spot where they need him every fucking game. Where if they lose a game, the next 2 games in a row, oh no, what are we gonna do? We're 6-4, and we're not gonna. No, okay.
Then you lose to the Lions, and you're 6-5.
No. They're gonna be fine, dude. And Tyler, I like that theory, only because I'm a Lions fan. But for our Super Bowl theory, I don't want that to happen.
Actually, hold up.
Yeah.
I don't know if.
Don't pretend like I don't know he's your fantasy quarterback too, Dylan. Don't pretend like I don't know that.
I don't know if they can afford to lose a couple games.
What?
I don't know if they can afford to lose a couple games.
Yeah, they can.
That division is 6-2, 6-3, 6-3, and 5-4.
Have you seen the Patriots schedule coming up?
Have you met Bill Belichick?
Have you
Last
met?
city,
Yeah, exactly.
Have you watched the NFL this year? Wilder shit has happened. The Jets are fucking good.
I'm just
That
saying,
entire division is above 500.
Yeah, I'm just saying too. It's Bill. Bill has
Listen,
2
a couple
quarterbacks. He's playing the
games
hardball game.
would put them in a bad spot in that division. They ain't the
Then they
Eagles
gotta
right now.
Good thing
claw
they
their
have
way
the
out.
best fucking offense and defense in football.
Oh, then there's Minnesota with 7-1, and the next closest is 3-6. Packers.
I have nothing else for. I'm going to be honest. I have nothing else for NFL this week.
Hey,
Unless you wanna
honestly,
talk about the Lions.
honestly, I
I
mean,
don't.
the Lions won.
Cool.
we
We beat Green Bay.
got a win. All right, we got a win. We needed a win. Aaron Rodgers only threw 3-4 interceptions all of last season. He threw 3 interceptions against the Lions, and then in his press conference proceeded to say, "You just can't lose against that team." Little shot there, but they've been losing to this team like half the time. Yeah, Aaron Hutchinson got a pick. It would have been kind of embarrassing if, honestly, if Green Bay didn't have a B squad, I'd feel better about it. But like they're so bad that only beating them 15-9 is kind of weird. I don't know.
That's on our
Doesn't make them feel as good, but fuck Green Bay. At least they're losing.
I'm
5
just
in a row
happy-
now?
I'm just happy for the defense, man.
Yeah.
You gotta pick.
AG.
You gotta pick and choose here where to be happy.
So they needed it because they just fired the defensive backs coach. So defense needed to have a good game too. But I felt like that was warranted because they fired the defensive backs coach. Defense was like, all right, let's figure it out. And the DB's coach is mad as fuck now because he's like, y'all couldn't have just done that earlier so I could kept my job. No, okay.
Well, the last time the
see what the
defense
problem.
played good, the offense didn't put up anything.
Yeah, and that's been a problem half the time too. And I don't know. I don't feel like the Lions defense the last couple of weeks was bad enough to where that guy should have been fired. But that's a topic for another time, I guess.
I do.
But
the defense was terrible.
Yeah, but like as soon as you fire that coach, all of a sudden the defensive backs are amazing. I don't know if he was coaching them wrong or if they just finally turned it up another level.
Yeah,
but
we
can't know that.
He was the problem. I think that makes it easy to see.
Yes.
All right, but are we going into?
But there's no way to know that. Yes.
I think that you want me to be completely honest.
Yeah.
Last time
Some room between the legs. 13:57 of the third.
Yeah.
Speaking of Connor,
Heads cap
Get to the guap, it's a must. Speak on the top of my brothers' blood. None of these niggas can trust. You cannot question, you know what it was. Yo, what you doing for us? These niggas back 'cause I'm putting in work. Like I speak fluent in Rush. Did you catch that?
All right. Puck luck picks.
If you don't.
Are we doing picks first, or are we getting into the thing first? I got something I want to get into with you guys.
What?
Do you want to get into picks first, or do you want to get into the thing that I'm going to get into with you guys for hockey?
Well, no one knows what it is but you, so I guess we'll start with that.
All right, bet. So I was going to do this last time on the podcast, but I realized it was hard to do it with just me, so here's what I'm going to do. We are about 3 weeks into the NHL season, and I have teams on here, and Tyler and Luke, they know a lot more about the hockey world than I do, so I'm going to rattle off some teams on here, and I just need you to tell me right now, are they overhyped this year? Are they underhyped this year? Or do you think that they're just evenly on track? All right? And then give me a little explanation. So we're going to start with the Wings. 7-3-2 this year. Second in the Eastern Conference right now for the wild card. We'll start with Ty.
Look, I don't think the Wings are overhyped. I think we're used to hot starts in Detroit. But I think that right now it's kind of an under the radar hot start. You know what I'm saying? I think right now it's still under the radar. No one's like, oh my God, the Red Wings. Look at this. We're playing sound hockey. We're focusing on defense and we're getting the goals. Take the under in Red Wings hockey. They're not trying to score this year. They are only focused on playing sound defense. And that's why 3 goals allowed in the last 3 games. Or three goals allowed in the last 3 goals in the last 3 games leading into tonight. I'm feeling good about it. But I don't think they're overhyped or underhyped. I think they're right on the radar.
I think they were underhyped coming into the season because I was even hyping them up, saying I think they might do something stupid like sneak a wild card spot this year. And they started off hot. They turned a lot of heads, and now a lot of more people are paying attention to them.
Also, what a fucking steal to get Dominic Kubalik. That guy's been on a tear.
Right.
Oh, yeah. 100%.
Next team, what do you got?
All right, next team. And right now it is the best team in the NHL, Boston. 11-2. Tyler.
Look, I think Boston did not get overhyped. Boston does this. They've been doing this. Their team has been together, most of those guys, for a long time, and they're top 3 in the league at the end of every season. So I think it's kind of wild that they got off to this great of a start, but they did have a lot of home games to start off the year and built on a lot of momentum. But I think the team chemistry there is really good. I don't think they've been overhyped at all. I think they were supposed to be really good this year, and they're really good.
Luke?
Yeah, they weren't supposed to be bad this year, but at the same time, they weren't supposed to start that ridiculously good as much as they did. But at the same time, like I tell you every time we talk about it, it's the first month of hockey. It's wild. It's chaotic. Not a lot of things make sense. So you just see a lot of wild shit that happens. But right now, they're playing like top dogs. Do I think it's going to last? No. They're gonna fall. They're probably gonna fall off into the median of the pack a little bit, and have and spark up a little bit from time to time. But I mean, they did get off to a hot start.
All right, next team is a team that started off a little weird, but they have come back lately on a pretty good little streak, and that is Tampa. They're currently sitting at 7-4-1. I'm gonna start with Luke on this one because I know that's the boys.
They fucking started terribly.
They did. I was trying to be nice.
It was bad. I was like, I couldn't believe I was basically watching the finals last year. I was like, okay, we're just playing kind of lazy. We're not really doing much. Nick Paul's doing a lot of the work. But then they started to bounce back because they realized, oh, hey, wait a second. We're Tampa Bay. We play better as a unit. Hello. And they started winning some more games.
I think that's what it is. I think I'm going to be honest, and I hate saying this because I'm not a big Buffalo guy, but I think it just took them a minute to figure it out. I think that they were just starting slow, and then they're going to get back into it. I think they're right on the thing. Ty, what about you?
Yeah, I'd say they're right on track.
All right.
I don't think they were overhyped or underhyped.
Next team, and I'm actually very, very interested to see what you guys say about this. Ty, we'll start with you. They are currently 7-3-2. The Philadelphia Flyers, who a lot of people did not think were going to be good this year. Tyler.
I only got one thing to say. I don't think they were overhyped or underhyped. I think that this is just a facade that's going on because the city of Philadelphia is doing good at sports right now. I think as soon as the Eagles lose a football game, that this is gonna take a turn. I think anyone that's riding this up right now as the Philadelphia Flyers being a playoff hockey team this year is overhyping it.
All except for last year where they were just complete ass. All they do is stay consistent in going on hot streaks and then going on cold streaks. Every fucking year, every month, every season, every roster.
You think they're just
They will
starting
make
hot?
you think they're really good. And then they will make you think they're dog water. And then they'll flip the switch and make you think they're really good again.
Yeah, you think they're just starting hot?
I think they're just starting hot. They're about to flip a switch, go cold for a second, and it's just going to be the same thing all season long, and they're going to miss playoffs.
All right. Those are pretty much all the teams I want to talk about in the Eastern Conference. Going over to the Western, the boys in Seattle were 7-4-2. I don't know how, but we're playing fucking great hockey, and we just keep winning against good teams.
I'm shocked.
Tell me right now, are we overhyped? Are we underhyped? Should I keep believing, or should I just get ready to lose hope? Tyler, Luke?
Dylan, I'm going to tell you that right now that you're going to have to get ready to lose hope.
Damn it.
I think it's definitely time to get ready to lose hope. It's the start they were supposed to have their first year, but
We
they
won
didn't
4 in a
have.
row.
Look, I get it. But the Wings have won 3 in a row, and we won 6 in a row to start last season, and we know how that ended with 13-game losing streaks at one point in time. But with that being said, I'm just saying I think that Seattle might have been a little underhyped because of the year they had last year. I think they'll definitely finish better this year, but I wouldn't set your expectations extremely high.
Luke?
Yeah, I'm going to be honest. I'm pretty shocked with how they started. Even since it's the first month, I still didn't think they were going to pull any wild, crazy shit out of their ass. And they have 7 wins. So, I mean, I don't know how. I can't really explain it. I've been betting against them, and they've been.
Just bet their overs, Luke. Just bet their overs.
I think
they did hit
still
that 235 money
overhyped.
line, though, the night we were together.
Yeah, that's true. But I still think they're overhyped. They're going to tank soon. But, I mean, I'm just shocked they got off to that start. I genuinely was not expecting that at all.
I wasn't either. That's why I've just been so excited to watch it, and I'm just enjoying the ride for as long as it lasts. Because I don't expect it to last too long. I'm going to be honest. But the next team I want to talk about, and the only reason why is because I just think it's so fucking Minnesota to be 5-5-1. They're just middle of the pack, blending in, boring, and I just need you to tell me guys right now because they are sitting out of the playoff spot, a good couple spots out. Is Minnesota going to turn it up, or are they just going to be flat this year? Overhyped? Underhyped?
Luke, I think we can both agree that Minnesota's always been that team that flies under the radar all season and turns it up when they need to make the playoffs.
Yes.
I don't know why, don't know how, doesn't matter who's on the team, but then they choke really hard. So
Yeah.
I think that they'll figure it out. They'll definitely turn it around. I don't think that anyone's hyping them up or saying they're dog shit, though. I think they're right in the middle. I think they're riding right on the line.
Yeah, they'll probably lock up a 3 spot, in my opinion.
All right,
Well,
Minnesota
all right,
is
Minnesota's
having a rough start. Leave them alone. Hey, I had to ask, Fuller. I just had to bring them up because I knew you were in here. Without even knowing you were in here, I knew you were in here.
No, oh my God, he's living rent-free in Dylan's brain.
I only got 2 more teams here, and I said last time on the podcast that, in my opinion, this is the best hockey team in the NHL that I've seen, the Las Vegas Golden Knights. Everyone has been staying healthy, and everyone's been playing great hockey. They're number 1 in the Western Conference. They're 11-2. We'll go to Luke. Overhyped, just an overhyped start, or are they still underhyped somehow?
I mean, I probably underhyped them coming in here because they performed god awful last season, and I wasn't expecting them to get off to an 11-2 I mean, I was expecting them to be one of the top dogs coming out at the start of the season, but not with Boston being 11-2 as the two top dogs in the league. They're playing really good hockey, and their goaltending is just doing them phenomenal right now.
Yeah, I think that there's no overhyped here. I think that Vegas has been a good hockey team since they came into the league. Let me remind you, the only time they missed the playoffs was last year, and I don't think that they want to miss the playoffs again because, hey, who doesn't like making the playoffs? Clearly they like it in Vegas, and I think that the hot start is warranted. They have a good hockey team. They've had a good hockey team since they had a hockey team. And I think that it just makes perfect sense that they start off hot yet again.
All right. And then my final team here is, and now this is back in the Eastern Conference, but I have to talk about them. 4, 6, and 2. They're normally always sitting at the top, but right now they are currently third bottom in their conference. Pittsburgh Penguins. Is this the downfall of Pittsburgh? Luke.
I don't. I've been watching some of their games. It's just been unlucky. I don't know. It's just been looking like they just haven't been able to click and get things going from the start of the season. I mean, I expect them to figure that out throughout the season, and they're going to start bouncing back to be a bigger threat. I mean, right now they're not really.
I mean, seeing them with Montreal and Ottawa and Columbus is just weird to me. Buffalo
it's not like their games are bad.
5 spots ahead of them.
Hey, here's what I have for this, all right? It was probably weird for the rest of the hockey world. It was probably weird for everybody when all of a sudden the Detroit Red Wings were god-awful at hockey.
That's very true.
I'm so okay with us turning our attention to Pittsburgh becoming god-awful at hockey. I'm so okay with that. Yes, and Chicago. We're going to be better before both of them, and we can just watch them suffer. Oh, yes.
Right.
I love this. I don't think they're underhyped. Pittsburgh is on the downfall.
I'm so sorry. There's one more team I have to talk about. I'll do it real quick. New Jersey.
If it's not, oh my God.
9-3.
All right, one more after this. I got one.
They're 9-3. New Jersey. Luke.
New Jersey was supposed to be good.
Were they?
Yes.
To anyone that's been paying attention to the New Jersey Devils, the way they've built this roster up the past 4 years, they're supposed to be good this year. They were supposed to be pretty good last year, but they're supposed to be good now.
All right, Ty, what's yours? Scratch mine.
The Buffalo Sabres.
Yes, they're.
I think they're sneaky good, underhyped right now.
7-5, 14 points. They're one game out of the wild card right now.
I think they're
okay, Dylan, hold up. You got to stop talking about the playoff spots because
I don't give a
not
fuck.
even
I got
near
a bunch
that.
of stats in front of my face, and I want to read something.
Fair.
Let me feel included.
Fair.
Okay. But don't fall for it. October just ended. I mean, Buffalo's coming off their October high for being a good hockey team because they're only good in October.
No. We're still riding the Eichel high, Luke. We're going to ride the Eichel high. Ever since he left, they just got better at hockey. Just a little bit better. Everyone's attributes went up by at least half a point. I don't know why.
I'm still sticking with their own. I don't know. I'm still sticking with they're only good in October. They're going to start tanking down to the bottom of the league like they always do after October because that was their only time to shine, the only time to make a name for themselves is at the start of the season when everyone is skating in quicksand.
Gone forever.
There we go. All right, I got nothing else for that. If you want to roll into any other news you have, Luke, before we get into picks, you can do that, or we can just hop into picks.
We can hop into picks.
All right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's about that time we get back into it. Puck Luck picks are on the way. Coming up next, right after this.
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
What's going on, guys? Tyco here, taking a quick break in the action to tell you about sixpackcoverage.com. You can go on there and check out all your favorite sports, finance, food and travel, fitness, and entertainment podcasts. They've got it all on there, as well as content from all of your favorite colleges, with more on the way and more added every day. So make sure you check that out, as well as the merchandise tab. Be sure to get all of your six-pack coverage gear at the merch tab there with the hats, flags, all that good stuff. Make sure you guys check it out today, sixpackcoverage.com.
All right, Luke, you are the showman for the Puck Luck picks. Let's get it underway without any further ado.
All right. For game number 1, this is Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern. We have the Carolina Hurricanes going to Florida to play the Panthers.
Hurricanes and Panthers.
You know what? I'm actually going to be unbiased in my picks this year because that got me fucking third last year. Give me Florida Panthers at home to beat the Carolina Hurricanes.
All right, I'm going to take the Carolina Hurricanes on the road here to beat the Florida Panthers.
Well, I will be taking the Canes. The Canes have been doing really good this year. The Panthers, they've been doing good, but they've been a little shaky this year, and I have not been liking it, not been really trusting them with my money. I'm going with the Canes on this one.
Should have been biased. Fuck.
All right, Luke. Game number 2, what's up next?
Game number 2, we have the Chicago Blackhawks going down to Los Angeles to play the Kings.
Oh, get fucked. I'm taking Kings money line all day. Chicago is bad. LA is good. LA is better at home. Give me LA.
Yeah.
I mean, Chicago's been doing pretty good this for the start of the season.
Yeah, they've been 5-5, but fuck Chicago.
Ridiculous.
Fuck Chicago. Take the Kings.
All right, Luke.
Oh, Chicago has been getting off to a good start. I expect this to be a very shaky game. It's going to be a close one. I'm going to be sweating it, but I will be taking the Kings. The Kings have just seemed, in these close games, they just have that extra edge to push through and get the job done.
Let's go. That's a right inside sweep right there.
Give me it.
Yes, it is. Game number 3, we have the Tampa Bay Lightning going to Washington to play the Capitals Friday at 7 p.m. By the way, game 2 is Thursday at 10:30 p.m. Eastern.
All right, I'm going with Washington on this one. It's not because I hate Tampa. I don't hate them anymore. That was just, I had a little, they had to stop winning stuff like that, all right? But all past seasons aside, I'm taking Washington in this one. I think it's going to be a good game. I think it's kind of a coin flip, but I'm going to take Washington.
Fuck it. I'm going to take Tampa. Give me the fucking Lightning 7-4-1. I don't like them, but I'm going to be nice to them this year. If they can be nice to me, I don't see why I can't be nice to them. So I will take Tampa for this game against the Capitals.
That'd be the best reasoning I think I've ever heard for a pick.
All right, this one, the Caps. I thought the Caps are going to be falling off a bit this year, and they've been doing nothing of the sorts. Tampa, they got off the shaky start, and they kind of pulled their heads out of their ass and started playing some hockey. So I think Tampa will overtake this game and win this one, but this is going to be a good one because the Caps are not going to go away easy.
Also, Fuller, if you're still in here, that Friday night, 10 o'clock, we're going to beat the fucking Wild. Let's go Kraken. Just had to throw that in there. I know I'm asking.
And those are the Puck Luck picks.
And when it comes to basketball, I already gave all the news that I had so far last Wednesday. So
that's totally okay. You can just shut your fucking pie hole right now. We need to talk about something that happened in the NFL today, and we didn't talk about it earlier, but it happened today, so we're going to talk about it now. The Indianapolis Colts fired their head coach. And then they called up ESPN and said, hey, we need our 6-time Pro Bowl center back from 9 years ago because we're going to make him the new head coach of the football team with 0 coaching experience in high school, college, NFL, no coaching experience at all. He's now the head coach.
I heard he said that, why the fuck am I a candidate?
Yeah. What is going on in Carolina?
How can they just make him head coach without him running?
Like, what the hell is going on? Why is he hired as a head coach?
But he didn't even accept the job. They're just like, yeah, our new head coach, this guy.
It's like, what? Huh? Dylan, what do you think about that? Like, why did he get hired? Like, what is? I have no idea.
Chemistry with the players, chemistry with the team, chemistry with the fans.
He retired 9 years ago.
I can't think of anything else. When it comes to coaching experience, he has none. When it comes to how to coach a professional team at any level, he has no experience. And so now he's going to have to do it at the highest level against 30 of the best other NFL coaches in the league. He's going to make Urban Meyer look like a fucking genius. This is going to be horrible. But I still have them doing shitty this year, and the Titans win the division. So this kind of works out for me in that prediction. But if I am a Colts fan right now and I see this move, I am baffled. Absolutely baffled. It's like if we were just like, hey, Calvin Johnson, do you want to be our head coach? And he's like, sure. Like, we would be like, okay, cool, we love Megatron, but this motherfucker don't know how to coach a team. I don't understand why they made the move other than no, I don't have a reason. There's no good reason that we can give you as to why this move was made because it was blasphemous. This is stupid. That's what I got to say.
Yeah, no, I'd have to agree with that. I definitely have to agree with that. But we don't really have anything else for today's podcast. Sports.
Wait. Do we? I was going to say, when you told me to shut my pie hole, because I don't have any news for basketball, we'll just get into downtown cash picks, and then we'll close up the pod.
Oh, you ready for me to take over this again?
Because me and Jesse, last Wednesday, we flipped a coin. Hey, Dylan, I'm going to play some money on the Friday hockey game. I will give fucking $20 to Tyler to place on that game before I come over for my beer league hockey.
Oh, no, I don't think you're understanding this at all.
Oh.
I think this is a gentleman's bet.
Oh, like, okay.
Like, you versus him.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. Oh, like we put like $10 in the game? Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah, against each other.
Send a shake hand emoji, and we're fucking
fine. We need to make some rules for this. If you miss X amount of games, you are not qualified to win the championship at the end of the season for the picks.
So then I will be the only person that will be able to win because I've never missed a pick.
No, okay, I was just kind of.
You going undefeated? What's going on?
Or are we making a shot at Jesse?
Are we setting ground rules?
I think we were taking a shot at Jesse.
Oh! I see what's going on.
That's such a good joke. It was so good, and then it took everyone 8 years to come around full circle.
For sure.
Game 1, Wednesday.
Because I would have been the champ last year.
And okay, we don't have a trophy.
Hold on. I have literally 0 introduction right now for Downtown Cash Picks, so this will be the intro.
Well, this one's interesting.
That was
all right. Time to talk about the Cash Picks. Here we go.
Suns money line.
Jesus. Look at you, man. Just starting right off. All right. Game 1. We got the battle in New York. It's probably going to be a brawl. Brooklyn Nets, New York Knicks. Right now, the line is sitting Nets minus 2.5 at Brooklyn. We'll start with Tyler. Game's at 7:30 on ESPN.
Yeah, I'm taking the Knicks on this one. I think New York is a madhouse, and there'll be plenty of people picking on Kyrie for reasons that I refuse to get into. So I'm taking the New York Knicks.
I will be taking the Knicks too because fuck the Nets.
I'm going to take the Nets, and I'm going to take KD to just go out there, put the team on his back, and grab a win for the Nets. And if they do me wrong once this year, I'm done. I'm not playing that game I played last year. Game 2, the next night, the Thursday night, November 10th at 8 p.m. The Trailblazers, Jeremy Grant and Damian Lillard are going to New Orleans to take on CJ McCollum, Zion Williamson, and Brandon Ingram. Tyler, start again with you.
Yeah, can you give me a spread here, please?
We currently don't have one because the game's on Thursday.
Hard to bet basketball without knowing a fucking spread.
Well, when I give you all the same games on Wednesday, you get mad at me for not getting the game on one game each day. So I can't please you, can I?
Well, then I'm gonna take a guess here, and say that the Pelicans are gonna win. I'll take the Pelicans money line.
I'll give you another Wednesday game after. I won't do it to you again.
So it's Trailblazers versus the Pelicans.
Yes, sir.
I didn't hear the second team. Okay, well, shit. I forgot these two teams, so I'm taking the Trailblazers. Fuck it.
Fuck it. Dylan.
Bro just threw a fuck it on it. All right. Off the top of my head, Jeremy Grant and Damian Lillard are playing better basketball with Zion Williamson still dealing with little injury bugs, and I'm going to take the Blazers. So bang. Give me the Trailblazers.
Who'd you have?
I took the Pelicans. Zion's nutty.
All right, final game. Why is this the game we're talking about? Because the Pistons only play good against good goddamn teams. We beat the Warriors. We fucking only lost by 2 to the Bucks. And we had a 20-point comeback against another good team last night. So, Detroit Pistons, Boston Celtics. Game 3. It's at 7:30. Boston's minus 11. And I'm riding the Pistons, baby, because this is what we do against good teams. This is how we perform. We show out against better teams this year for no fucking reason. I don't understand it, but that's what's been happening. Give me the Pistons money line. Give me Detroit. Tyler.
You can give me whatever the Pistons spread is, please. I will take it. Whatever it is, I will take it. Yeah, give me those 11 points. I'll make those up.
Well, we're going to have to bring it back. Give me Boston!
You taking those 11 points?
Hell yeah!
Damn. Tell me how you really feel.
I hope they rest Tatum or something. God damn it.
Yeah, seriously, just for our benefit. But with that is the end of the Downtown Cash Picks. I have nothing left to say unless Tyler or Luke do. That was my way of saying, if you guys have another segment, we can do that now, or I'll wrap this bitch up. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the basketball and the hockey, which means you're not
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Which means the next time that we will see you will be this Thursday. Expect the Tuesday-Thursday schedule to stick. I would say 5:30 or 6:30. On Twitter at RideTheTide586. That's when you will be able to find the time of when that's going to be. So make sure you turn on the bell notifications and follow us. Yeah, hit the buzzer. Buzz that shit.
Him if he gets.
I want to teabag him, lad. I want to teabag him like it's Modern Warfare 2.
For the.
God damn it. YouTube, Twitter. I don't care what you're on. Like, subscribe, share, tell your friends. Comment. It helps us. We appreciate it. Thank you. just throwing that out there. If you want any merchandise, at Six Pack Coverage. If you want to hear any other podcast that might fit your needs, or just want to hear a little bit more of us or catch up on some episodes that you missed, at sixpackcoverage.com. I have nothing else to add. The boys. Tyler.
Did you just at a website?
www.sixpackcoverage.com. If you want
Gone forever, Aaron Hernandez.
You should be joined by all 4 of us, but there's a probably higher chance that you'll be joined by 3 of us next Thursday. Have a fantastic night. Peace. That's why you don't do drugs, kids. And